So my sister and I decided to go camping out here on the desert together. We're going to have some fabulous cooking. We're going to even try to do calzones. That's going to be incredible. Anyway, I forgot to record it, but we're going to show, coming out of the grocery store with a grocery cart full of stuff for the two of us. Oh my gosh, it's going to be insane. But here we are, just getting off the paved road, hitting the gravel, and we're going to get out there to the Buckhorn Overlook. This is my sister's Jeep, her sweet little ride here.
Hello.
This is Tanya, my sister. Block the sun.
Hello.
There we go. Tanya, my sister. So we're going to hit the road out here, and we are going to have some spectacular fun. And I promised her we're going to get a good sunset. So I hope it's good for a sunset tonight, or I'm in trouble. Well, right over there on the horizon, it's only 5 or 6 miles away, but over there is called the Wedge. It's really beautiful. Looks into the Grand Canyon of the San Rafael. And I don't camp over there much. And there's a reason for that, even though it's beautiful. There's people over there. I just don't go. All right, we got us a blazing inferno here. And right there is our dinner. We've got potatoes, onion, a little bit of gravy in there. That chicken is just like falling off the bone. Potatoes are nice. Some of them are even roasted. Look at that. This is going to be a fantastic meal. Woo! It is hotter than blazes. That is going to be nice. So see, we've got kind of a gravy in here to go with our potatoes. I can't wait to eat. Tanya drugged me all over the desert here looking at stuff in her Jeep. So now we're like starving to death. All right, well here's my... Oh, that's gross.
Hand me your camera. Let me just hold it for you. You're having a really hard time, Harry. Okay.
I'm making a mess.
This is the blooper portion of the video.
Yeah.
Please hold.
There we go. All right. A couple of these potatoes are roasted. Mm. Oh, that is so good. Mm. Got a little onion in there too. That's perfect. Oh, this is so good. We are starving to death, man. I haven't officially eaten since breakfast. That chicken is tender. Nothing like cooking over the fire. Honestly, it's awesome. All right, well, we decided to do the big banana boat thing. Holy cow. It looks nasty. But it's, oh my gosh. We got marshmallow all over here. We got banana. Oh. It's too hot to talk. That is awfully good. Really is. Surprising as it may seem, I never had banana boats before. I've seen it done, but I've never done it. And that is awfully good. I love it. Well, out here on the desert, a lot of times when you're gathering firewood and stuff, there's always trees that have died or whatever, and they're just laying here. But out here in the desert where it gets hot and dry in the summer, a lot of this wood dries, it really dries out, becomes brittle even. So a lot of times it's very simple to gather a bunch of firewood just by using the wood itself as a tool. Just by using the wood itself as a tool, to break off other piece of wood. Like I can just take this piece right here. This is a little big and awkward, but I can easily smash up a lot of wood. And I can then just take and throw on the fire. See, look at that. Broke the hole in one stroke. There's my wood bashing device. Whenever I'm out here, I don't often have to use a saw or an axe or anything like that. I can simply just gather up armloads of wood just like this, and I'm good to go. So my sister said, "I thought you said you had enough wood." Then I said, "Well, the fire pit's not quite full yet." There's plenty of wood to burn out here, so no sense skimping on it. Now my sister brought along this solar panel, and this thing is by Biolite, and we used the Biolite lanterns and everything last night, and I neglected to show them. But I'm charging my iPhone here off this thing, and it's only been on here about 15 minutes. It's 43% charged. So it's doing pretty well, I think. As I understand, this has its own little battery in here, so it's always charging something. Solar grid looks a little different than normal. And then this thing folds up and everything, has a little stand in the back. Pretty nice little unit. Here's my sleeping arrangement. I finally got the real Joby camera mount thing, because on my hiking around and all that stuff, gotta put my microphone somewhere. Well, let's put it right there. Yeah, so I needed something small to carry the camera and stuff instead of carrying my big tripod all the time. I love the big tripod, but let's face it, when you're packing around, just hiking around, exploring, carrying the big tripod is not exactly necessary nor pleasant. I'm just here the same as I was last week and the week before and the week before. but I actually, each time I've used a different poncho as my hammock. So let me just show you what I've got here. It's multicam on the face. It's multicam on the face side, see, right here. And then on the inside I made it OD green. But I can use it either way because it's pretty much, it's not like 100% reversible as an OSNI cloak. There's a tiny bit of difference, but basically you can use it either way. And for the poncho, the poncho I'm using as a hammock is the Ripstop HD, and this is the dark olive DO. And I really like it. It's kind of different when you get into the HD type fabrics as a poncho when you use them as a hammock, because there's really, like when you get in this, there's really very little stretch of any kind. When you're in the ultralights, there's a good bit of stretch when you get in there, and you kind of feel, as you get in the hammock, you just kind of feel it, you know, kind of, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, but you just kind of feel the give. When you get in this deal here, you just string it up, and however tight you have it strung up, that's it, you know, I mean, it's there. So you have it's a little bit different sleep when you're using the HD. And I don't know, I like them all, but this is kind of nice sometimes too, because I've got a little, I can pitch it out just a little bit flatter because it's heavy duty. And so I have a little different lay. It's not as saggy, it's a little more flat. I can move my microphone over here too. So a Bluetooth microphone, I can just clip it onto a branch of the tree right here. There we go. All right, so you know, one of the nice things about the HD stuff is just that you don't have stretch. And there's nothing wrong with stretch. Stretch in a hammock is kind of part of the comfort, is the fact that it does stretch. Because you get in there and it just kind of, your body just kind of sinks into it. But sometimes I've found, I kind of like it both ways, but sometimes I just like to be able to have it be, you know, you just get in and it's just kind of solid. You got a little bit of stretch, so it's not uncomfortable. It's not like an army cot or something by itself that's so taut that it's almost like concrete or like sleeping on a board. So it's not like that. It's not that feel. So it still does conform to you, but you just have a little less stretch. And it just has a different feel. Like in this, I can actually lay a little bit to one side or the other rather than in the middle. The biggest difference that I notice is usually, like, I might start out sleeping on my back, but like last night, I got in here, I fell asleep, and I woke up about 5 in the morning briefly, and sometime during the night I had switched to kind of laying on my side and kind of curling up a little. So when you're in a regular hammock and you get side sleeping and curling up, you're putting all that weight in such a narrow spot, you get even a little bit more sag, especially on the ultralights. But on this one, this Ripstop HD, when I get curled up like that, sometimes I just feel like sometimes I just want to go that way. But when you do that in either the HD, which is the Cordura HD, or when you're in the Ripstop HD, it's strong enough that when you get all your weight right in kind of a smaller spot, it doesn't really make it start to stretch out more there. Now this HD Ripstop it's awfully nice. It's a nice poncho because one thing when you're wearing them as a poncho, when you're in the ultralight and it gets windy, the wind can kind of pick that thing up a little bit and move it around because it's so light. You can't even get the Marilyn Monroe look, you know, where it blows up from underneath and kind of but you get into the regular poncho fabrics and in the HD Ripstop, it's got a little more body to it, so the wind can kind of push it around, but it doesn't lift it as much, or actually this would lift very little, if anything, really. Everything, you know, has an ideal situation, and they're all good. They're just kind of different depending on what you have a need for. So anyway, I slept like a dream last night. Holy cow, I was out. Of course, we didn't go to bed till like 2:30 or so. So anyway, it's great. And then another thing here is I'm using the hammock suspension keys, and hopefully we're going to be able to have some commercially made here at some point. It's a little slower going than I had anticipated, but so far, I mean, I've been using these same ones for a while now, quite a few times, and they've been holding up wonderfully. Well, I've got my sister into a real deal here. We've done some awesome little stuff. I should have videoed it all and I didn't. Trail going down some of the slick rocks right here. This trail winds back and forth all over. My sister hates me. So this little deal got somehow, I don't know how it got hooked because it's the direction it's faced. Somehow it hooked it and snapped the little guy off of there. Craziness. She's so brave. She's doing stuff. Some of her family would say, "You are crazy." She's scared but willing to do it, which is so cool.
And I go left, right?
Yep, because you just keep kind of...
Oh, Perry Dean, I don't see it.
Yeah, you're just going right here on the rock.
Perry.
You're doing it.
Are you so
Stay
sure?
where you're going. Yep,
Okay.
You're perfect. You're perfect.
See over there.
Yep, you're perfect.
Oh, Perry.
You're doing it. You're doing it. There you go. You got it. You got it whipped.
I'm going to go right.
Now we get up to the...
Right here?
No. Keep
Just
going.
go forward?
Keep going. Oh. Well, yeah, go ahead and go here. We're making our own stinking road right here.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die! Holy poop! It's a good thing I have a cameraman with me.
Yeah, we'll at least record all this. Oh, God. Yeah, you just skinnied by that.
Oh, Perry.
There you go. There you go. You're just quite the driver, man.
Shit.
Moab doesn't... Oh. Moab didn't have anything on you, so there's the next little deal up here.
I'll have 2 tires on that side that have air?
Yep.
Great.
You're good. It's awesome.
It's freaking amazing. Perry Dean.
Now you have to get in low.
I am in low.
Okay.
There's no lower.
Okay.
I can't do this one.
Yeah, you can. You went the one way, you're just going to go the
But
other.
Perry. Oh my God.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. You got it. Woohoo! Aha! You are the one. Take me to the rodeo.
Where have we been?
Running that trigger the wrong way. So you'll stay to that tree a little so that you don't go over the big rock, and that'll put you in a smoother trajectory.
All I have to do is breathe. Jim knows what he's doing. Perry Dean,
You're right.
I don't know what to do.
Just try it again.
We're gonna roll back.
Try to go.
Okay, ready?
Yep, go. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Woo! Woo! Shit! Smoke it! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Well, some of the wildlife we run into out here in the desert. They're down here to be out of the snow for the wintertime. Graze on all this grass. Just wandering this dirt road, this dusty road right here. My sister nailed it today, I'll tell you what, she did it. We really did some stuff with this Jeep. It's been a fun day. So tonight we're going to do calzones for dinner. Never done this before in my life. And first time we're going to do it over the campfire to make it even more interesting. So I've got some dough out here that we've made up. It's just dough from scratch, just flour, powdered baking powder, salt, water. That's it. So I'm going to use my 64-ounce clean canteen as a rolling pin. And we're going to just work on this a little bit. Get it all rolled out about as far as we can, and then we'll put the calzone together. I have no idea whatsoever if this is going to work. I mean, I'm not kidding. I have never done this in my life. I didn't even know how to cook. But when I'm up camping, I'm willing to try. so here we go. You know, you've been watching me. You've been following me. You've been seeing some fun stuff. But that makes a pretty decent rolling pin, actually. Not bad. All right, now you can. All right, so now we're cooking up some mushrooms to go in our calzones. That should be excellent right there. I'm so excited. My mouth is watering. Right. Oh, aren't those looking good? About ready. Put these babies right in there in the calzones. Right. Let's go. I'm ready to do this. So we're going to take some tomato sauce and spread it around. Can you tell I have no idea what I'm doing? I'm like, this is like the ultimate flying by the seat of my pants. I just know you got to have a little tomato sauce or something on here. I don't know. If I'm doing it wrong, then you know better. So when you make yours over the campfire, you can do it right, okay? What do you think? That's good? I think that's good. All right, then we've got some, oh, I dropped some on the ground. Squirrel food. Okay, we want to put some ham. We got some ham here we're going to put on. Okay. So, I don't know how much. Something like, I don't know. I hate not to have enough. Is that enough ham? That's enough right there. Okay, so there's our ham. I hope I can close this thing after we get done. Use my fire tongs here. Put some mushrooms. You gotta have, oh, that fell off. I gotta eat it. Oh yeah. Those are still hot, still pretty warm from coming off the cooking. So that's probably pretty good right there, right? Now, got a little bit of a cheese blend here. And then of course we gotta have a bunch of mozzarella on there. Holy cow. Can I even close this thing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like going crazy here. I'm getting nervous. I think I gotta like wet the edge. It'd be easier if I could just like lick it with my tongue, but I don't think I could get down there right. It may not be sanitary. Okay. Just go around, kind of wet the edge. Wet the edge. Do I need to do this? I don't know. I'm just like doing it. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm like on the edge here. Okay. Now comes the trick. I don't know if I can even... Holy cow, look at that. That is a beast. I had to stretch this out to make it fit. Man, I don't know. That's like bigger than a calzone. That's like huge. All right, so you're just going to have to accept that this doesn't look like what you'd get at your Italian restaurant, okay? Because I'm just gonna say right here and right now that this is very crude. This is campfire cooking. Okay? All right. That's our sort of like calzone kind of thingy. I gotta cut it. I gotta put a little... How should I do it? Put a little cut in the top or some holes or something. Because we gotta let it ventilate. I want it to like explode in there. This is a monster. That is a monster calzone. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. So now we're gonna put the lid on. So now we're cooking from, we got heat underneath. Now we're going to just scoop up some coals here, and we're going to cover the top with coals because we need to cook that. We need to cook that dough on the top and the bottom. So we'll just go and let it rip, and let's see what happens. I'm kind of excited. This could be super awesome.
Fine, it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn.
All right, there's our calzone. Right there. Pretty good. Got a little more done on this side than the other side, but it's good. The cheese is running out. So I think we're good. All right, so got our table here we're making the calzones on. So let's just cut into this thing and see what we got here. Might have to edit some of this footage. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
There we go, right there. Look at that. All right, let's dig into this thing. Oh, man. I'm eating with my glove on. I don't really care, right? Oh, yeah. That is so good. It might not look like the best, but I'll tell you what. Campfire Calzone. Not a bad little deal. Not bad for a first attempt either, I'll tell you what. This is doggone good. I love it. So here's my sister's calzone that she made. It looks a lot better than mine. Mine looked kind of cruddy. But anyway. All right, so now the nice thing is the lid is already hot because I've already had coals on it. So I just slide it out over the fire a little bit, over the coals. So it's getting cooked from the bottom and from the top. And we'll be good here. All right, excuse my floured up hands. I didn't want to even wait to wash my hands till I ate. It's just flour. Now, that was so good. Look at that oozing out of there. This is pretty good for camp cooking. Sort of, you know, kind of calzones. Well, so good. Tanya will be able to eat hers in a minute when it comes off. Don't know why I ate first. That's kind of rude, right? That's the way I am. Okay.